Hello everyone. Our lesson today is on reported speech and this is part 8. I have only one question for you. Can you explain to us some examples about how we use reported speech? Of course I can, it's my pleasure. I give you a lot of examples about how you can change direct speech into reported speech. And this is the last video for you. So it's my pleasure, as I said, it's here. Alan says, I work in a college. Now you can start, Alan said is past, and said is past. That between brackets, it means you can delete it. It's better to leave that. If you leave that, it means you are using formal English. I change I into he. I change work into worked. And then I say in a college. Of course, everything in blue in this video is the answer. Everything in blue is the answer, or it is reported speech. So the blue, color is reported speech. Now, said is past. I change I into he. I change work into worked. In this sentence, Alan doesn't work in the college. Because Alan doesn't work in the college, I change work into worked. If Alan still works in the college, I don't change work. So Alan said that he works in a college. Here, work, I make it present. I leave it. I don't change it into past. But as I said, most of the time, we have to change the tense in reported speech. So in the second sentence, it is possible to use the present tense because what Alan said is still true. So you can use this is fine, and this one is fine. This is not wrong, this is correct, and the second sentence is correct. But they have a different meaning. In the first sentence, Alan stopped working for the college. In the second sentence, Alan still works for the college. But the two sentences are correct. Ahmed said, I'm working on marking exam paper. I told my wife that so I don't change I, because I said this sentence and I am doing the reporting. So I said it and I am doing the reporting. So I say, I told my wife that I was working on marking exam paper. So I don't change this is I don't change it, but I change am working into was working. Am working is present continuous. I change it into was working. Was working is past continuous. Of course, this is past, told is past, and here I have past continuous. So that is okay. We do not change the pronoun I because I am doing the reporting rather than another person. And I explained this. Margaret says, this is my car. Margaret said that was her car. So you change this into that. You change is into was, and you change my into her. This means you are not standing in front of Margaret's car while you are doing the reporting. And I gave you a similar example about this situation. So you change this into that, you change is into was, you change my car into her car. But the second sentence, Margaret said that this is her car. This means you are standing in front of Margaret's car while you are doing the reporting. So here, in this sentence, you are not standing in front of Margaret's car. In this sentence, you are standing in front of Margaret's car. Most of the time, you are not standing in front of Margaret's car because the reporting happens after some time. Somebody will say something and you do the reporting maybe after 1 hour, 2 hours, 1 week, etc. So most of the time we use the first sentence. Most of the time we change this into that, we change is into was, we change my car into her car. Because said is past, I can use that with the past, and I can use was with the past, and that is okay. But you have to see her in this sentence and her in this sentence. This means all the time we change my into her. All the time we change possessive adjectives. But there's a difference in meaning between this, and I explained it. It's here in front of you, you can read it. And most of the time, if you use past, you change this into that, you change is into was, and her car, of course, you change my car into her car. Another sentence, Basim said, I am going to do the shopping today. Basim said that he is going to do the shopping today. In this sentence, I don't change today. So this is today, and this is today. I don't change it. This means that you are doing the reporting on the same day which Basim said this sentence. But here, I am going to do the reporting today. Basim said that he was going to do the reporting that day. So you change I into he. You change present continuous into past continuous. You change today into that day. And most of the time we use this sentence in our life. Most of the time the reporting, happens after, some time, maybe 1 day, 2 days, 1 week, 1 month, etc. So most of the time we use this. If you are not sure, try to use like same tense. So said is past, was going is past continuous, that's okay. That day we use it with the past. We use that day with the past, so that's okay. So most of the time try to make the changes. And I said, in my videos before, when we do reported speech or indirect speech, most of the time we make 8 grammatical changes. Now, when we change direct speech into indirect speech or report speech, you have to think about meaning all the time, because language is about meaning. So don't think about grammar only, think about meaning. And this is like, we very often, most of the time, we very often make the following, sorry, typing mistake, we very often make the following changes to the direct speech. So always we have to say I said, you said, he said. Most of the time we start like this when we do reported speech. That is optional. You can say he said that, or you can he said, and you don't use that. And I explain this. If you say he said that, this means you are using formal English. All the time we delete speech marks, all the time. Change pronouns most of the time. 95% we change pronouns. Change tense, again 95% we change tense. Change possessive adjectives, again 95% we change them. Change time expressions, again most of the time. Change place expressions most of the time. So if you look at this sentence, Pars is a man, he said, I will bring my son here today. Pars said is past. That, between the brackets, I can leave it or I can delete it. I is a pronoun, I change it into he. Will bring, I change it into would bring, because will is the present form of will. Would is the past form of will. So I change will bring into would bring. This means I change the tense. I change my into his. My is a possessive adjective. I change it into his. Here is a place expression. I change it into there. Today is a time expression. I change it into that day. Again, this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I put some information in front of you to help you with how you can do more practice on the internet. So read this information on the screen so you can do more and more exercises on reported speech on the internet. Thank you for watching. Thank you.